like any changing amongst the players after that?
Well, bitterly disappointed because we're at the FA Cup. I think the players see the reaction at the end, and deservedly so. So we're disappointed with the result, and probably disappointed with some moments in the game, especially responding to Brighton's first goal. I think we took too long to respond from that. So the players are down, disappointed, hurt, but they're going to have to pick themselves up and recover because we've got a big game next week.
We saw Omar and Jason here again today. Have you had any conversations after that? And if not, just wonder if whoever comes in, whether that's yourself or someone else, how big of a task is it to lift these players after?
Well, first of all, I've not had conversations. Just finished the game, doing media, speaking to the players, speaking to the staff. Any time you come in at Manchester United, it's a massive job. The thing for me is there's still a lot to play for this season. And if I look at the players, and we get players back from injury and in AFCON, and we get a fuller squad, I think these players have got the ability to qualify in a Champions League place, and that should be their objective, that should be their mindset. But they're going to have to come together and be part of that as well. It's not about a manager, it's not about directors, it's about everyone, and the players have to group together, take responsibility, find a way of improving quickly and taking on the challenge for the rest of the season. Don't waste the season.
So, Darren, how would you describe Manchester United at the moment? Because from an outside perspective, club's not winning games, obviously, the region's gone. We don't know who's going to take the team against Manchester City. It looks like a bit of a mess.
Well, it's not in a great moment, yeah, let's be honest, but out of the Cups early. But as I said, there's still a Champions League place to fight for, and I still think that can be achieved this season. It's probably not what fans want to hear about Manchester United, because you'll be winning cups and challenging for the Premier League, but probably the objective this season, with the quality we've got and the league positions and how tight it is, they've still got a lot of league games left that they can achieve that. So that should be all their focus and energy is going into, improving as a team, improving quickly, and don't waste the season. And I think that would be the challenge that I would set. That's the challenge that probably the players feel like they need to achieve this year. And anything other than that is just noise, really. That's what all their energy and focus has got to go into.
James and then Rob.
Darren, obviously this club is ordinarily used to playing a lot of games. I mean, now we've gone out at the two cup competitions, the first total, most of the plays 40. You have to go back to the 1914-15 season to the last time in a full season the club played fewer. I think it's 82 the last time we went out at this stage so early into domestic cup competitions. Does that sort of show where things are at the moment?
That is where we're at. Yeah, we can't hide behind that. We've got to face that, and we've got to deal with that. And it's not Manchester United level or what's expected of Manchester United, but ultimately we have to do something about that. And still, not success, but take a step forward by qualifying for a champion. I keep repeating that, it sounds like a broken record, but there's still a lot to play for in the league this season, and Champions League places are important for a number of reasons that I don't need to go into, that you guys know. And for the players it's important, and for attracting players it's important, so on all levels, and for them to feel like this season has achieved an objective of some sorts. But I keep saying it, the players have to step up as well. They need to come together, and they will, and I'll challenge them to do that. They've got enough leaders and experience and quality to do it. Learn how to deal with setbacks of conceding goals, try and build confidence. By doing that, you're going to have to grind out ways to win. It's not always a pretty way, especially when you're low on confidence or you're conceding goals. Sometimes you have to roll your sleeves up, work hard, come together as a team, grind it out, and then from there you can build performances and momentum and confidence and results.
You spoke about the players there, and you were part of a team where if you went out of both competitions so early, it would have been the end of the world. You've just spoken to the players. Do you think that this group understand that responsibility in that situation, and that the mentality that you had as a player in that group that you were with as a player, they have something similar?
Well, they understand it. They understand the club. They understand the expectations. I keep saying I was lucky to play with the players that I played with in the dressing room that I had, and I learned from the older players, and then it became a cycle. We weren't aware of that when we were young. We were aware of, we thought we knew, we didn't, and the older players and the experienced players and the ones who'd been there before and did it, they educated us, they moulded us. Sir Alex moulded us, and that was a cycle that was created, but that takes time to create. But again, there's experienced players in that dressing room who need to come together, who need to carry the team, who need to challenge the team, who need to make the new players or the ones that maybe don't understand it, they're going to have to challenge them and pull them along with them. They're going to have to drag them, and I hope that they do.
Okay, last two. We have Samuel and then Simon.
I think it was 4 years ago you were in the backroom staff when the season ended quite early with the Atletico defeat, and then it really did spiral. It felt like that squad was quite toxic. Do you think this squad is in a better place to actually achieve that objective, qualify for the Champions League?
Yes, I do. I think they are. I think in terms of that was a very strange season. I think there was, and listen, I don't want to throw names, there were a lot of players out of contract and there was a lot of different dynamics, and it was difficult when we qualified, when we went out in the Champions League. There was a massive drop off, you could see that. That was visible for everyone to see. But that also let us know the true characters of the players. So actually for a disappointing season, although the end of the season looked terrible, true character reveals itself in difficult times. So we learned a lot about a lot of the players in that situation. So that'll be the same about these lads now. You know, difficult times, true character is going to show. So they have to dig in, show they want to be part of Manchester United's future, learn from this. And ultimately, if you're not, then I don't think you should be here or will be here. Sounds strong, but that's just the reality and the way it should be.
Just wanted to, do you have any idea at the time, because obviously there is a really big game coming up next weekend and there does need to be some kind of structure in place?
I have to report tomorrow morning to Carrington, that's all I know. So I'll find out whatever I need to find out tomorrow morning. So I'll go home.
Any indication as to which way?
I've had zero indication, and because all my energy and focus and concentrations had to be on these two games in such a quick turnaround and preparing the team, a 3-game week, you know, everything that I said. So, and I genuinely mean that. It's a massive responsibility to lead this club, and I've give it my best, and ultimately I'm disappointed to not be able to win a game or to get a result today. But I feel like there were some good things in there. We created a lot of chances, shots, things like that. But ultimately it wasn't enough. So I am more disappointed than anybody really, because I care for the club and I want the club to do well and I want the players to do well. And I genuinely mean it's not about me. I've had my time as a player. It's in the bank now, it's done. Loved every minute of it, was very lucky. It's all about them. But we need to help them, the club need to help them, and they need to help themselves.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.